in-house Fox M&All, one of Australia's main gaming teams across PC and console. Now, I said to Western Digital, I said, I want something fun to play with. Can you send me something to do a bit of a review on, a bit of an unboxing? And this is what they came up with. This is a WTV Live streaming media player. Now, we'll get this unboxed, we'll do a bit of a demonstration, we'll have a bit of fun with it, and obviously this will become my new favourite toy. But what this does is this allows you to stream your music, your movies, your pictures, all to your TV through this unit here. You can get them there over your own personal network, because it does have built-in Wi-Fi. It's got 1080p full HD video, obviously via its HDMI connector on the back. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be having a look at today. So we'll get this out of the box. We'll do a bit of a road test. We'll see what it can do. But also as a customizable user interface. So yeah, and it plays, well, there's a massive list on the side, as you can see, of all the different formats of video, audio, and photos that it takes. So it's a pretty, it's got a pretty diverse range of file formats that it can read. So we'll flick now to next view, which will be the unboxing. So I'll obviously tweak the camera up a bit to make it a bit easier to see, and we'll take it from there. Okay, we're back. So here's our WDTV live streaming media player. The box itself is pretty straightforward. Obviously on the front shows you the unit, shows you the remote control, says it's got wireless B, G and N certified Wi-Fi, which is obviously important for you guys who wonder whether it's got wireless N, so you can get the the full advantage of a high-speed wireless connection in your home. It's got Dolby True HD Digital Plus. It's DLNA certified, whatever that means. DTS 2.0 digital output, full HD 1080p and HDMI. Now on the side, as I mentioned just in our introduction there, we've got all the different file formats, whether it be video, audio or photo that it takes. Now on the back it shows how you can personalize your user interface. You can also tag favorites and create a queue for playback. So obviously you can queue up a heap of YouTube videos that you wanted to watch, for example, or even videos that you've got on a removable storage device and play them back in a playlist, so you can sit there for hours watching your videos. Now, and also it just shows a quick screenshot of the main menu there as well. Now, so yeah, so that's the box itself, very uncomplicated. Let's have a go here and see if I can actually get my first review in about 6 that I've done where I haven't been able to open the box, and I've had to do 6 or 7 cuts while I'm cursing in the background saying, what's in the box? How can I get the box open? So this one is really easy. It's so easy. I was so confident that I'd be able to open it that I actually opened it earlier just to make sure. Okay, so we pop the lid, pop the top open. There we go. Now, it also, one of the cool things here too, I have reviewed these units here. What you'll see on the inside there, it's saying to get the best quality HD streaming, you can get the WD Livewire Powerline AV Network Kit. These little boxes are amazing. What you do is you plug them, plug one into the power point near your router, and you plug it into the router itself. Take another one over to your TV and plug it into the power point where the TV is, and then you can run a cable to your WD TV Live unit, and it will actually transmit the network connection from your internet through the power points to your device, which saves you having to have a cable put in, or it's a more reliable way than doing it with wireless, because obviously every house is different. Now, and also you can team it with your personal cloud storage, so you can get your WD MyBook Live device as well, and you can use that as like a media hub for your files that you want to play back on your media player, which is also really cool. So yeah, so naturally we get our first bit, which explains what's in the box, and it would have a quick install guide, obviously. Yes, it does there, so we don't need that, we'll skip through that one. We've got our limited warranty, which every device comes with. Now this is the unit itself. It's actually really quite small. I thought it would be a bit bigger. I know the box isn't all that big, but it's actually a really discreet little unit, which is really cool. I think a big part of that's because it doesn't have an internal drive bay or anything like that. It works on external storage, which is fine, but the cool thing is it's very discreet, so you're not going to have another thumping great big box sitting underneath the TV. Now on the front, obviously this is where we'll get our power indicator, and I dare say some type of error indicators as well, and also some kind of activity indicator. Obviously we haven't turned it on yet, so we're not sure, but that's pretty much the standard. Now we've got our front USB port there, which will actually allow you to connect, your USB sticks or removable hard drives, whether it be WD Passport or WD MyBook drives. Now on the back, we've got our AV out, which has this cable here, and what it is, it's just it's a video and audio output cable for your standard, red, yellow, and white connectors, which most people are familiar with. It has a second USB port on the back for obviously connecting more external storage devices. It has a HDMI connector there for your HD 1080p video, obviously. It has a Ethernet port, which is obviously what you use to get your internet to the device, so you can surf YouTube, Facebook, so on and so forth. And it has an optical port there for optical audio, which is basically where you get your little fiber optic cable and you plug it into your home theater receiver, or even your TV if you've got one that's good enough, and your 12 volt power connector there. So that's our little device there. Obviously it shows you the different Dolby and DTS audio and video formats it does, and obviously just as a HDMI, that's probably a licensing thing there where they have to, but yeah. Now, one of the cool things I noticed immediately with this device is very well ventilated on the bottom, because these are electronic devices, and it is decoding and playing video and sending it through to your TV. So I dare say it will get warm, but it's quite well ventilated on the bottom there, which is great. It doesn't have a fan, so obviously it's going to be incredibly quiet as well. So that's our unit itself. Now the last things in the box here is, of course, we've got the batteries in here too. We've got batteries for the remote control, and we have our standard AC adapter. Now this is a 12 volt adapter, pretty standard connection, so I dare say if you have one of those mistakes where you break the end, or someone pinches your AC adapter, you can zip down to Dick Smith's and get a universal one, because it's a 12 volt 1.5 amp AC adapter. So yeah, it's quite easy to get replacements for these if you ever happen to lose one. Okay, so there'll be one more thing in the box here, and that obviously must be the remote control. And there we go, there it is. So we'll just take this out of its little packaging here. A bit of ripping, of course. Okay, so looks like a pretty straightforward remote control. I've got navigation for web browsing for things like Facebook and YouTube, so you can jump back and forwards. Obviously options. Now you've got your play, stop, fast forward, rewind, skip forward, skip backwards. Subtitles on and on. Audio would be audio modes. You've got a home button, which obviously takes you back to the main menu. A, B, C, D, that would be special function buttons for different areas of the screen, where it might say, to save this to your favorites, press C. So obviously that's what that's for. And then you've got your numeric keypad as well, which is for obviously when you do have to type things in, you can type things in through the remote control. Now it's also got a search button, which is obviously just a quick link button, and an eject button. That's actually quite a strange one, there's an eject button, but it seems silly if you think, well, it's not a DVD player, so what would it eject? But at first glance, I'd say that would have to be to safely eject your USB devices, like your USB thumb drives or your WD Passport drives. So that would be a USB eject button. Okay, so that's our unboxed. So next we'll move on, and what we'll do is we'll switch to the TV view. Okay guys, then we're back again. Obviously here's our home screen for WD TV Live unit. There's lots of different categories here. You've got files, which is obviously when you plug your USB stick in. You've got your setup. I'll quickly jump in here, and as you see, I've got the video output set on 1080p, widescreen, stereo mode, so on and so forth. Now, I won't really go into the settings too much, because they're pretty standard. It's pretty standard stuff. Network settings, which is obviously where you do your network setup. You can set up your wireless or your wired connection. My wired connection's already plugged in. It's DHCP, so I don't have to do anything. It just works straight away. Now we've also got now photos. Obviously there's no new items on there because I haven't got anything plugged in yet. It'll be the same with the music and the videos. Services. Now this is the cool part. So this is where you get all your YouTubes and your Facebook. Obviously we've got weather, we've got comedy shows, Daily Motion, not even sure what that is. There's your Facebook there. we'll just jump into Facebook for a moment. As you can see, that's signed into my Facebook there. Now, one of the cool things is okay. As you can see, there's your events. It's pretty much it's got a really cool little Facebook browser. We'll jump into the news feed here. Now, one of the really cool things that we do have is the ability to do a post. But the great thing about this is, if you'll notice, you'll be able to see it there, but I'll give you a look. This is a wireless keyboard receiver. I'll plug that into the front of the WD-TV Live, and sure enough, if I want to do a status update, I'll use my keyboard to type, oops, really bad typing, just in the office doing a review. Enter. So what you can do is, you do your Facebook status updates, so on and so forth, and there you go, it's right there, just in the office doing a review. So you can, use the unit to, update your Facebook, which is really cool. You can obviously view your Facebook photos and videos and all of those types of things as well. There's heaps of different services here. Flixster is a really great one. You can jump into Flixster here, and you can check out the latest box office movies and watch previews. So if you're sitting there going, oh God, I want to go to movies but don't know where to watch, you can just have a flick through here and just have a look at some of the trailers for the current box office movies, so you can just get a bit of a preview and make a choice on what movie you want to go see. They've also got, obviously, Flickr, incredibly popular, same with Picasa as well, where you can have all your photo albums, you can browse other people's photo albums and so on and so forth. Shoutcast Radio, which is where you get all of your live internet radio channels. Snag Films, which is a really cool one. Snag Films, you can watch interactive live films through the unit, and obviously they've got a heap of different categories here. You won't find any multi-million-dollar box office movies on here, obviously because they're very heavily licensed, but there is some really interesting movies on here as well. So yes, you've got Snag Films on there. Spotify, don't even know what that is. YouTube, of course, you've got YouTube on there. There's some college sports too, so if you're a college football fan, there's college football on there as well. And I dare say with every firmware update, you probably get new ones popping up in here all the time. So there's always pays to keep these units up to date because you do get extra content. So we'll just jump into YouTube here. Now I did a couple of things. Obviously, I did a little bit of pre-setup where I went through and put in my account details. Obviously, I don't really want to reveal my Facebook login and so on and so forth. But yeah. So what we'll do is we'll what's this one here? Oh, we don't watch soccer, so we'll get rid of that. So we'll go back. So what we can do is we'll check out a Vox Emerald video from my YouTube channel. Oh, okay, sorry, I've jumped out. Jump back on YouTube. Yeah, so you can watch YouTube videos. It's got Vimeo on there as well. Obviously, some people pop their videos out on Vimeo over YouTube, so you can browse those as well. Alright, so we'll just jump back in. And we'll use the keyboard, which makes this really cool. We'll just use the keyboard and put in Vox Emerald. And what we'll get is all the different videos for Vox Emerald. So I'll just pick one here. What's this? Muslim sniper montage? No. Right. Here's a video that Razmak's done here of the Xbox team playing Cruelty Incarnate.
Okay guys, Razmak here with a C-Chef match
hear,
on C-Town.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
It's a 44 match between...
But as you can see, the quality here is fantastic. I'm sitting here watching this and 1080p HD mode on the TV. Obviously the YouTube video, it will be the the HD setting that they've uploaded it in. This one looks like a 720, yeah. So yeah. So obviously you can it's really handy for people like me who want to watch my Xbox guys play, where I can't watch them live unless I jump in and spectate. But if I want to watch replays of the games, the guys played an exhibition match versus Mindfreak on Deserto, the European coverage site, and something like this would allow me to then go back and pick up the replay and watch it. So obviously that's enough of that. So we can see that we can do our YouTube and Facebook and all those different kinds of things on the unit. What we might do now is we'll jump right back out. Okay, now this is where I've got a little USB stick here. I've popped some a couple of photos. I've popped a video file on there and a couple. So I think it's just most of it's just a Windows sample, videos and photos. As you can see, I plugged it in. Up the top of the screen, you'll see it says compiling media library. So what it does is it'll just scan through the USB stick here, and it'll automatically drop it into the media library, so you can quickly and easily access, the thing on your USB drive. Now you've got some games on there. It's really cool. They've got checkers, blackjack, things like that. You can play games on here too, just like a lot of smart TVs nowadays. RSS feeds, if you're a news junkie, you can put RSS feeds in there. And then what we'll do is just jump back to the photos. As you can see, we've got 3 new items and my media library. And what we'll see is sunset. Yeah, as you can see, that's just a Windows XP, sample. Just the sample images, that's all. Nothing special there. As you can see, the quality is really quite good. And they're so easy to use. I've used another unit of this before, and the menu is just painfully slow, and the remote controls didn't seem to work very well. Whereas this one, it's really quite good. It's easy to navigate. It's it's a nice design visually, so it's easy to find things too. And one of the big things that this WD TV Live unit does, it does automatically scan and add them into your library. On other units, I found I'd have to actually turn them off, plug the USB drive or USB stick into them, and actually turn them back on before it would actually allow me to access anything. So that's it's a good little plus that this unit has. So as you can see, we'll just jump in at a very thrilling Beethoven song, I think. Oh no, this is Highway Blues. Again, this is just Windows sample media, so it's nothing greatly exciting. So yeah. And as you can see, it's scintillating music. Alright, so we go back again, so that's the music. Now what it should have done as well, so it's just now playing. That's a really cool thing they've done too, because obviously I've just exited out there, I haven't stopped the song, so it keeps playing on in the background, so you can do other things while you've got your music going, which is really cool and all, but obviously I don't want to listen to Highway Blues, so I go in and go stop, and then I go back. So it's got that really handy now playing button that comes up when you've got media going in the background, so it's nice and quick and easy to get back in and turn it off if you accidentally exit out. Okay, so the video, it should have picked up my USB stick. There it is, disc 0, Wildlife in HD, the Windows 7 sample video. Here we go. As you can see, here's the Wildlife HD. It's the Windows 7 sample video. Obviously, it is HD movie, so it looks quite good on the TV here. So yeah, it's nice and easy to use. It's just you plug your USB stick in, or your external hard drive, or you can have your WD MyBook Live and have your network attached storage as well. So yeah, it's really easy to get files onto the unit to to play them back and work with them. So yeah, so I'll do a quick flick into the game. So I want to try and wrap this up a little bit, because obviously we don't want to be here for 30 minutes just talking about things that are pretty standard. So yeah, the device itself, I started this review 30 minutes ago, and I haven't used this unit before. I've just popped it out of the box, turned it on, and off I've gone. It's really easy. When I first plugged it in, it also needed an update, and that was quite quick too. It just says, "Do you want an update now?" Yes, and it went off the internet. It downloaded it and loaded its own update. So yeah, so here we go. Here's all our games here, all sorts of bits and pieces. You can play chess, Sudoku as well. If you're Sudoku nut, I'm not sure you would be. You've got poker there as well. So yeah, so we'll wrap it up there, guys. I think it's just a quick run through of the WD TV Live, and nice and easy, lots of fun. And yeah, thanks to WD for sending it over. And yeah, I'll spend the next couple of weeks, sitting there watching YouTube videos on my TV at home.